What's good, YouTube? Vision here, and today we're going to be checking out some more of the Roblox Jailbreak Season 30 prize submissions. If you guys didn't know, Season 30's theme is horror, and some of these upcoming prizes that we have that were submitted are insane, so we're going to be checking out some of those today. If you guys are new to my channel though, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe as we're currently on the road to 10,000 subscribers. Once we reach 10,000 subscribers, I will be doing a new giveaway in my Discord server. Link in the description down below if you guys want to join my Discord server. Also, once my Discord server reaches 500 members, I'll be doing a new giveaway in there as well. So be sure to join up as we're getting closer and closer to 500 members. And with all my usual yap out the way, let's go ahead and get straight into these new submissions that we got. Alright, so as you guys remember from the last video that we did, the theme for this season 30 is horror. We got a bunch of new submissions to check out that we didn't get to see in the last video. So we're going to be checking out those. Don't worry if your submission wasn't included in either this video or the previous one. I will be doing one more submission video when the submissions close. And they will be closing on December 1st, which is about another week from now. So don't worry if your submission didn't make it in these first two videos. I'll be doing one more on the around December 1st when the submissions close. Alright, and with all that out the way, let's check out the first submission. Coming up first, we have the Death Rims by Melvin. These are a pretty cool rim. I like it. I like how it looks with the different colors. It has like a scythe, a skull with like the Grim Reaper kind of, which is kind of cool. I think this definitely has a chance of winning, as it's definitely fits the horror theme. This is definitely a pretty cool rim. I think this has a chance of winning, but I do think that Scary Mouth rim that we checked out in the last video has a higher chance of winning over this one. This is definitely a cool rim. It definitely has a chance of winning. It's on theme and everything. I like it though. Nice rim. I'll upload this. Alright, coming up next we have the Buggy. This is by Tommy Bomb YT. Crafted from a coffin, turned into a rolling monster with special effects. This is sick. This has a really high chance of winning in my opinion, since it's like 100% like horror theme. But it does have a lot of things that some of the other cars did have as well, I think, with like ghosts being there and stuff, and the candles. But I think it's kind of unique how it kind of incorporated some flashlights, it looks like, as like the engine up top, which looks pretty cool. It has like some chains on the sides. This is a pretty cool car. It has like a tire on the back with like some overgrown like leaves and stuff coming out, it looks like. This looks pretty sick. Yeah, these look like flashlights, kind of, sort of. I don't know if that's what they were going for here, but it definitely does look like that. And then this is the interior. It looks like it's another car like with no like roof, kind of similar like to Carbonera. Broken windows too. Candles, ghosts coming out of the engine. Oh, okay, so this is an animated effect. When you drive the car, I guess you'll have ghosts coming out of the engine, which is pretty cool. Yeah, this is overall pretty cool car. I like this a lot. This one looks like in different colors. As you see, I like this in all black. This looks pretty sick all black. It has like a wooden kind of texture to it, similar to how Blackbeard did, which is pretty cool. It is a casket, so I feel like that's only right. But this is a pretty cool vehicle. This definitely has a very high chance of winning. Let's see how many upvotes it has. It's currently at 29 upvotes. This definitely has a chance of winning, but I still think that Ghost Rider bike that we checked out last video, the Reaper, still has a really high chance of winning, because that already had like 600 upvotes, something insane like that. But this is a nice vehicle. That definitely has a chance of winning. If that Ghost Rider bike doesn't win, then this is definitely my second choice here. If we see anything else cooler, I'll let you guys know if my second choice changes, but for now, this is my second choice for what I want to win as the season grand prize. Alright, coming up next we have the Vulture, a dark presence of speed. This is by Cerilified, I think that's how you say this name. This is a pretty unique looking car. I'm not really sure how this is horror themed. It looks pretty cool. I guess maybe you could say based off the spoilers kind of gives it like a little bit of intimidation, but not much. It kind of has like a open top like manta kind of just raises up and raises down as you're getting in and exiting, which is kind of cool. It looks to be a two-seater, but it looks very tiny, like very compact. Like you see, this is it compared to Camaro. Looks like they really like squeezed everything in this car kind of together. It looks really nice though, but it just looks really small. I don't think this will get added, as it's just really tiny and it doesn't really seem to fit the horror theme in my opinion. It's a really nice design. Maybe this could win as a limited. This is what it was submitted for, a limited. It definitely can win, but I don't think this has a very high chance of winning or getting put into the game, as it's just really small. Alright, we'll see what we have next. Coming up next we have the Scarlet Drift by Sharif 15. This is a pretty cool drift. This definitely has a very high chance of winning, I'm not gonna lie. Compared to the drift that we checked out in the last video, I think this drift has a higher chance of winning. This is a pretty fire drift. the Scarlet Drift. It's almost like if you guys know Scarlet Witch from any of the Marvel, X-Men stuff, or even like the MCU, this kind of looks similar to like her powers that she uses. I put something on screen now if you guys are wondering what that looks like. But yeah, this looks pretty fire. This definitely has a chance of winning. I'm not sure if he was inspired by that, but it definitely looks pretty fire. But yeah, this definitely has a chance of winning. I'm gonna go ahead and upload this. This is so far one of my favorite drifts so far. So yeah, I definitely would rock this if this got added to the game. Also, this is fire. Alright, coming up next we have the Devil's Antlers garage item. This is a pretty fire garage item. It's just like deer antlers they look like, really, in my opinion, but they just called them Devil's Antlers. It's a pretty cool spoiler. It's pretty basic. It doesn't really have any effects to it, but it fits the theme and it works. So I think this is pretty cool. Maybe they could have had it positioned like lower on vehicles instead of being up here. Maybe they could have had it somehow connect to like the back. This is by Speed Queen as well, but maybe this could have connected to the back to make it look like you're like, maybe you went deer hunting or something and you got the antlers and you're just hanging them on the back of your car as like a trophy or something. That would have been kind of cool. But overall, it's a pretty cool spoiler, and I think this could definitely get into the game. It's maybe like a level 2 or level 3 prize or something like that, but this is definitely pretty cool. It's definitely could win. Alright, coming up next we have the Blood Static texture, Echoes in the Dark. This is a pretty cool texture. It just looks to be kind of like red with like, you know, shades of black in here and there. It's pretty cool. It's pretty basic though, in my opinion, so I don't think this is gonna win over that digital glitch texture that we checked out in the last video. That texture was so fire. I even caught myself looking at it during the week because it's just a really fire texture. This definitely has a chance of winning, but if it's between this and the digital glitch texture or digital storm, I think is what it was called, I think that one will win over this. So yep, this is pretty cool, but I think that other texture would definitely win over this. Alright, coming up next we have the Bat Hug rim. This is by the Real Joel Burt W, I think. This is a pretty cool rim. It has like a bat with a sword, kind of bat like hanging onto a sword. It's 3 different bats and then 3 different swords kind of go into like this middle wheel or like middle cog thing, which kind of connects it. It's pretty fire. This is what it looks like in different colors, and it only kind of changes the sword accent and the bat's eyes, it looks like. I'm not really sure what would change the bat's eyes, because as you see, you kind of have like blue eyes here, white eyes here with a yellow accent. I'm not really sure what exactly is changing these eyes on the bat. And then even down here, this one has like pinkish purple eyes with a red sword, and this one green with like a light blue. So maybe it's the color and it just kind of goes off like a lighter version of that color. I'm not really sure, but this is pretty fire. This definitely has a chance of winning, but I think that Scary Mouth room that we checked out is so far the best room that we've seen. So this has a chance of winning, but yeah, I'm not really sure if this one will win. Alright, coming up next, we have the Hanging Bat spoiler. This is by the same person that made the rim. This is actually pretty cool. I'm not really sure if this will win, as it's pretty basic. It kind of looks like just a scaled up version of the other bat that they did, and just with the wings closed fully. So I'm not really sure if this could win. It's really basic, and they just had it hanging off of a tree branch. So yeah, I don't think this spoiler will win necessarily. It's pretty basic, and we've seen some cooler spoilers that have been submitted, so yeah, I don't think this spoiler is gonna win. Alright, coming up next we have the Slasher Rims by NST Matt. This is a pretty cool rim submission. I kind of seen him make this rim submission, so I already know what it looks like for the most part. But this is a really good, cool looking rim that I think should get added, guys. It's like a knife with like a bow on it, and it has like a trail effect as well. So if you guys really like rims and stuff with trail effects, this is going to be the perfect rim for you. This is a pretty fire rim. It's even a video right here if you guys want to see what it looks like in game. Here's what it looks like with the white color. When the knife kind of spins around with the tire, you see you have a trail effect on all 4 tires. Here's what it looks like with blue, and then I think he does another color here. And then here's what it looks like with Radiant Ice, which even looks even better in my opinion. So it's almost going to be like those Infinity rims where the Radiant colors are the best colors to use with the rim. It'll make it stand out more. So yeah, this is a pretty fire rim. There's even a non-bow version just in case Asimo deems the bow like too festive. but this is a pretty fire rim. I think this could definitely win. It is definitely on the season theme, and yeah, it's pretty fire rim. I like it a lot. I think it could definitely win. It's definitely going to be between this rim here for me or the scary mouth rim that we checked out in the last video, so be sure to check that out. If you guys are wondering or like confused on what items I'm talking about from the last video, I'll link that in the description down below, and it'll also be at the very end of this video. You guys can just click the video on screen at the very end of this video to get to that previous video that I've done on the submissions. But I do think this rim definitely has a chance of winning. It's definitely between this or the scary mouth rim for me. Alright, and coming up next we have the Countess original horror car design fixed. I guess is this like V2 version of it, I'm guessing. But this actually looks pretty sick, I'm not gonna lie. It almost looks like not a Rolls Royce, but a Chrysler kind of sort of, but not really. Like just the front end shape of it. This actually looks kind of cool. And the doors kind of open up to the side. Whoa, this car might actually win, I'm not gonna lie. This actually has a really good chance of winning. This actually looks sick. What the heck? They said when creating it, they kept 3 main goals in mind. 1, create something that evokes intimidation and fear. 2, intelligently and clearly incorporate horror motives and create a design that is thematic overall. 3, along with these goals, create something elegant and beautiful. So this car looks sick. I'm not gonna lie. This is a really well put together car. This is fire. But this is kind of where they got some of their inspiration from. You see the Batmobile and you see some like old classic cars. This is pretty fire. I'm actually really liking this. This actually might win over that Ghost Rider bike, I'm not gonna lie. It's definitely between this and the Ghost Rider bike now, not even the coffin car. I think between this and the Ghost Rider bike definitely has the highest chance of winning. But I think this has a higher chance since it's more original than that the Reaper. But this is so fire. You see the interior has like a butcher's knife in the interior on the, I think that's on the door of some kind. Coffin seats, you get an axe murderer handbrake, you get a coffin dashboard, impaled steering wheel. Yeah, this is a pretty fire design, and it does kind of look like the Batmobile as well, just based off like the windows kind of and like the top of the car. But this is actually really sick. You get pop-up headlights, you get a second body color, and then your main body color with this. But yeah, I like this car a lot. This is sick. This definitely has like a really high chance of winning and getting put into the game. I wonder if this got added, would they weaponize it, or would they even like maybe make it armor, or you know, or how fast would they make it? That would be my question. You know, it's always kind of up in the air how fast these vehicles would be, but this car definitely is sick, and I definitely actually want this to kind of win. It has even like some kind of spikes in the doors as well too. That's fire. But yeah, this definitely has a high chance of winning. I'm gonna upvote this for sure. This is my comfortable block. So yeah, if you guys like this vehicle, be sure to give this one an upvote. I like this a lot. Alright, we have the Haunted TV. This is by Powerful Method. This is somebody that made one of the cars we checked out in the last video. This is an animated furniture item featuring a Simo. This looks pretty cool. This definitely has a chance of winning, maybe. It's an animated furniture item. People like animated furniture items. They tend to win more over like the normal ones that are kind of stationary. It says made to look intimidating. There's like a little spider here on the bottom of it, and then here's the TV screen itself. It has like a little evil horror Simo face, which is pretty cool. Pretty creative idea. I like it. It's pretty cool. It says it's referencing Saw. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I don't think I've seen the movie Saw, or if I did, it's been like years. But yeah, this is definitely like a good take on what they were trying to do here. I like this a lot. This definitely has a chance of winning. And I'm gonna be sure to upload this. I would actually use this in my apartment. It would replace the other little gamer TV set. It actually looks kind of similar to it based on the table it's sitting on, so maybe this might not win due to that, but this is actually a really fire furniture item. I like this a lot. Alright, and that's gonna be it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to join my Discord, link in the description down below, as we do host giveaways in there from time to time. Thank you all for the continued support, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.